Hey guys, welcome back to the Grey One channel and welcome back to another ranking video. Today I'm going to be ranking all 10 Halloween movies that I have seen from worst to best. Now I'm saying 10 Halloween movies because the only Halloween movie that will not be included onto this list is Halloween Resurrection. I unfortunately have not seen that movie yet. I didn't get the time to see it and I just wasn't able to watch it in time for this video. So, sorry about that guys, Halloween Resurrection will not be included into the list, but every single other Halloween movie that has come out will be included, going from the original 1978 film, the original directed by John Carpenter, to the 2018 film. So, this should be fun. It's literally the perfect time to do this, especially during the month of Spooktober. So yeah, it's a really, really good time. I'm still gonna title this video The Ones I've Seen So Far, because, not only because I haven't seen Halloween Resurrection yet, but also because there are more Halloween movies coming out. We've got Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends coming out. Halloween Kills comes out next year. Halloween Ends comes out the year after that. And there are more Halloween movies coming out. So that's why I'll still title it The Ones I've Seen So Far, because of that. So there are more movies coming out, so I'll still title it that. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get started with this ranking video. I have nothing else to say, so let's just start off with our number 10 spot. My least favorite Halloween movie is Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Yes, guys, I fucking hated this movie. It was so incredibly boring, and just the idea of this company making these killer Halloween masks, I hated it. I hated the idea. It was silly, stupid, and just uninteresting. Guys, a lot of people don't like this movie mainly due to it having no involvement with the first two movies, having no involvement with Michael Myers, and it is confusing since they titled it Halloween 3 when it's not even canon with the first two movies. It's very confusing. Either way, guys, I just don't like this movie. The first time I watched it, I was so bored. The characters are so uninteresting. I didn't give a shit about the characters, and overall, I had a terrible time watching this movie. I didn't give a shit about anything that was going on. The idea of the Halloween masks, killer Halloween masks, killing children, I just didn't like, and overall, I just don't like this movie. This movie was terrible. I hated it. So yeah, it's definitely my least favorite Halloween movie out of all the movies, even though it has literally no involvement with Michael Myers, and it's just, I don't like it. It's so boring, and it just, I hated it, guys. I hated it. So yeah, Halloween 3, definitely my least favorite Halloween movie. It sucked. So yeah, let's just move on to number 9. Coming out to number 9 is Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Guys, I have no idea how to describe this movie. I mean, I don't know. I mean, a lot of weird shit goes on in this movie. This whole thing about Michael's mother's ghost or something going around forcing him to kill people and shit, and get Laurie Strode to come home apparently because they're family, and I have no idea. I don't know what the hell Rob Zombie did with this movie. It's fucking bizarre, and Laurie Strode in this movie practically going crazy in every single scene, screaming, swearing in every single goddamn scene. It was not fun to watch. It was pretty annoying, and yeah, I couldn't find myself enjoying this movie in the slightest. It was just irritating. This movie was so irritating to watch, and I guess Michael Myers in this movie was very different, I guess. You know, he looked different. The type of things he did in this movie was very different. I mean, his kills were pretty brutal, and he was a very different Michael Myers, but that doesn't mean, I'm not saying that he was good. I mean, he literally unmasked himself, he talked, and it was just, this is a weird Michael Myers. I mean, yes, like I said, the kills were pretty brutal, which was kind of nice, I guess. But overall, I had no fun with this movie. I fucking was just irritated the whole time watching this movie. It's a really weird movie. I don't know what the hell Rob Zombie did with this. And overall, I really did not like this movie. It was pretty bad. So either way, let's just move on to number 8. Coming out to number 8 is Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Yep, these movies. These are the forgettable ones. Seriously, guys, I barely remember anything about this movie. I know it's obviously the continuation of Halloween, The Return of Michael Myers, about him going after this girl who is related to Laurie Strode in some sort of way. And that's all I remember. It's just the continuation of that. Pretty much the same story as Halloween, The Return of Michael Myers. And I'm putting this one really low on the list because it's probably the most forgettable one out of every single Halloween movie that has come out. This is probably the most forgettable one. This movie, I just don't remember anything about this movie. It's literally just the same story as Halloween 4, and I just don't remember anything about it. That's why I'm putting it so low. I don't remember having much enjoyment out of it. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't remember. That's why I'm putting it so low. Like I said, fucking forgettable. Probably the most forgettable Halloween movie. I don't remember shit about this movie. So yeah, I've got nothing to say about this. I don't really think I had a good time watching it overall, and just, I don't remember shit about this movie. It's the most forgettable Halloween movie. There you go. So let's just move on to number 7. Coming out to number 7 is Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. So yeah, this movie is weird. This movie is really, really weird. It's some sort of cult that has something to do with Michael Myers. Tommy from the original Halloween movie returns to get his revenge on Michael Myers, and that's really it. A little bit more of an interesting story, I guess. And Paul Rudd, I guess, makes the movie a lot more interesting. But overall, it's kind of just the same old shit. Michael Myers coming back, killing people, and it's just... yeah, it's not much, and it's a really strange movie, and I don't know what the hell they were doing with this movie. It's really weird, but there's not much I can say about this movie. Paul Rudd, I guess, made it a little bit more entertaining, but that's it. I have nothing to say about this movie. Let's, yeah, nothing. Literally nothing. I got nothing to say about it. Let's just move on to number 6. Coming out to number 6 is Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Yeah, so, like I said with the Halloween 5, the story is about Michael Myers going after this girl who's related to Laurie Strode, and it's a decent story, and the movie is just decent. It's a fine movie, not too much to hate on, not too much to like on, I don't know. I don't really, like this movie, like Halloween 6 and Halloween 5, I don't really remember much about this movie. But yeah, I remember a little bit more about this than fucking whatever Halloween 6 and 5 was. This movie is just decent, like really decent. It's fine. It's not too bad. It's just fine. It's just whatever. I don't really have much to say about this, to be honest. But yeah, let's just move on to number 5. Coming out to number 5 is Halloween H2O 20 years later. So yeah, straight off the bat, Jamie Lee Curtis returning as Laurie Strode. Yeah, it was nice to have her back as Laurie Strode. It was cool to see her try to kick Michael Myers' ass. And yeah, and there's also a teenager side in this movie. You got Laurie Strode has a son who's going on this trip with his friend's girlfriend and stuff. And then Michael Myers attempting to kill them, and now Laurie Strode has to go and stop Michael from doing this. Simple story, simple stuff. Michael Myers is just normal Michael Myers. He looks really weird. You got like a CGI'd mask at some point in the movie, which is really weird. And the kills in this movie is just kind of normal. It's kind of just normal stabbing, throat cutting, and stabbing. And I don't know. It's just normal Michael Myers kills you would expect. And this movie is it's okay. I didn't have the worst time of my life watching this movie, and it's not a complete garbage movie. It's just fine. It's fine. It's just normal Halloween movie. It's fine. It's not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. It's fine. That's it. Let's just move on to number 4. Coming out to number 4 is Rob Zombie's Halloween. Now, kind of like his second movie, this movie is really bizarre. It's pretty insane, and it's pretty messed up. It's got some really brutal moments, and, I mean, it's still watchable. You still can watch the movie, and I guess just be like, whatever. Like, Rob Zombie's Halloween's on, you can like, oh, I can watch this, whatever. And, yeah, it tries explaining the backstory of Michael Myers as a child and what his childhood was like, which is, I guess, kind of neat. And then the second half of the movie is just kind of just a complete repeat of the original movie, which, whatever, I guess. But like what I'm saying is that despite how brutal, messed up, and kind of irritating this movie is, you can still sit down and watch it and be like, whatever, yeah, I can watch this, I don't really mind. And yeah, it's a watchable movie. You can still watch it. You can maybe even find some enjoyment out of it. You can still enjoy it, watch it, and just whatever. So yeah, that's really all I can really say about this movie. It's pretty irritating, it's pretty messed up, it's pretty brutal, but you can still sit down and watch it and just be like, whatever, I can watch this, whatever. So yeah, that's really all I can say about Rob Zombie's Halloween. So yeah, let's just move on to number 3. Coming out to number 3 is Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2. Straight off the bat, around the time where I was like fucking afraid of the original first Halloween movie, I thought the idea of like being alone in a hospital with Michael Myers was fucking terrifying. When I heard about this movie and I heard it took place in a hospital, I thought the idea of being alone in a hospital with Michael Myers was horrifying. So yeah, that's one thing I gotta say about this movie. It terrified me, the idea of it taking place in a hospital. Yeah, it's a decent idea. Michael Myers in this movie was just normal Michael Myers. The kills in this movie were a lot more bloody and a lot more brutal than the first movie, that's for sure. Jamie Lee Curtis returning as Laurie Strode. I realized, I don't really remember, but I realized that she didn't really say much in this movie. She wasn't really given much dialogue, and she didn't really talk at all. She either just screamed, help, or some other stuff. But either way, I don't really remember her talking that much in this movie, which was kind of odd. But either way, Halloween 2 is, it's an enjoyable movie, watching Michael Myers kill people left and right in a hospital. I always thought of that as a really creepy idea, and overall, Halloween 2 is pretty good. It's pretty good. pretty creepy. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Not too bad. Let's just move on to number 2. Coming out to number 2 is John Carpenter's Halloween, the original 1978 Halloween. Like I said dozens of times in my movie review and my first viewing video, this movie scared the shit out of me as a young child. I was terrified of this movie. It literally gave me nightmares, made me scared of Michael Myers himself, and he was like the one killer out of them all that just terrified me and gave me nightmares, and he was just the worst of the goddamn worst. So it was thanks to this movie that I was able to just be scared, and I'm that way I'm honestly able to appreciate it a lot more due to it scaring me a lot as a kid, and yeah, that's why I'm able to give it I'm able to appreciate it a lot more. So yeah, the movie can be a bit slow, like at the beginning and stuff. It can be a bit of a slow moment, but then that's when, you know, Michael Myers, it's Halloween night, Michael Myers is going around killing people. That's when it just becomes great, a lot more better. And it's definitely a movie you can enjoy. You can watch every single Halloween and have a great time watching, because you can definitely get that Halloween feel out of this movie, which is awesome, which is great. So yeah, I am able to appreciate this movie a lot more due to it terrifying me as a kid. And yeah, I think this movie is pretty great. Yeah, either way, guys, let's just move on to number 1. My favorite Halloween movie is Halloween 2018. Yes, guys, I had a little bit of a tough time trying to figure out what movie I liked more out of this movie or the original 1978 film, and I just found myself a lot more intrigued with this movie. It was just a lot more going on. You know, Jamie Lee Curtis returning as Laurie Strode was really, really cool. She was really good in this movie. Michael Myers was awesome. He was creepy, and the kills in this movie were pretty damn brutal. There's a teenager side in this movie that's just kind of there, and it's just whatever. There's a moment in the movie, it's kind of this comedic moment where two cops are talking to each other, and I found it so stupid, and it was kind of like a joke that would fit into like an MCU movie. Those parts were just, ugh, and oh god, they were just fine. But overall, I just found myself a lot more intrigued with this Halloween movie, and I thought there was so much going in this movie, and I really loved it. I really loved this movie. I thought it was great, and it's just definitely my favorite Halloween movie. Alrighty guys, this is going to be the end of my Halloween movies ranking video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Currently rocking my Halloween H2O shirt right now, which is pretty cool, pretty neat. And yeah, my opinion for these movies could possibly change. I could possibly come back to this video and post a comment and pretty much put up my new ranking of these movies. So what I'll do is that if my opinion changes, for example, if I like the 1978 film more than the 2018 film, I'll come back to this video, I'll post a comment, I'll pin it, and I'll show you my new ranking of these movies if my opinion about these movies eventually update or something. That's what I'll do. But for right now, this is my list, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will continue to make these Halloween Spooktober videos in honor of it being Halloween soon. So yeah, look forward to that, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye. What? Knife? Well, I just wanted to hold this, that's all. Just wanted to hold it. Why not? It's not weird. You're weird.